we are back again in the wonderful Aurora, and oh god, I left my sound on my my phone here. There we go. I have a list of things we need to do today. Where is it? There it is. I don't think we need that anymore because we put mass drivers on all of those. I think we got some of this. Oh no, we just need to build the ships, right? Okay. So we have a to-do list. So I'm just going to run through this. Let's move this off to the side so I can see it, and then we can jump through. So the first thing, we're going to move construction factories to Europa and to Mercury, because if we go to Europa and to Mercury, for example, has corundium and what was the other one? Europa. Europa also has corundium. Now, if we go into industry and we go to mines, the only thing you need for mines is corundium. So if we have local construction capacity, they can just be building mines forever. We can just set like 999 mines and just let them go. But they need some construction capacity to be able to do that. So I am going to send, first off, an Earth in the mining tab. We are going to send to Europa just a bunch of shit that's on Earth. We're just going to send them a bunch. Mercury, we're going to turn off their mass driver, and the same for Europa. If there's anything else on here, Venus. Yeah, all that can still go to Earth, that's fine. Eris can go to Earth. And what we'll do when we've had a few ticks and Europa has some duranium and some other stuff, we'll switch that over to Mercury. So that Mercury Mercury actually has duranium. What do you need to build a construction? Oh, we probably need a construction facility to build a construction facility, right? Uranium, neutronium. Europa has neither. Okay, so we need to send some stuff to them. Let's do that real quick. Where is my cargo that's doing nothing? I think it's you, isn't it? You're on your way back. You're like crashing out hard. Where are you? You should be hopefully fairly near here. You are nowhere near there. Oh my word, did you not refuel like at all? Okay, we're gonna have to rescue that guy first. So let's grab a tanker. Let's grab the tanker that's going here anyway. Let's remove that last order. And then let's go to Beetle 29. Refuel stationary fleet, because it will be stationary by the time we get there, I've no doubt. And let's see what that happens there. Send a few mineral packets to Europa and Mercury. We're doing that. Disable mass drivers on Europa and Mercury temporarily. We did that. Have Europa and Mercury produce their own mines and construction facilities. We're going to do that in a minute. Set up fuel tanker deliveries from Earth to Europa and Ganymede. We probably actually only need one, actually. Which one's bigger? Ganymede. Okay, so Ganymede, Callisto. Ganymede and Callisto are quite large, so they're probably going to be good for pops. Ganymede... Does Ganymede have anything to mine? No, Callisto doesn't either. So these three are basically just going to be population centers. Europa is going to be a mine. So, let's make Ganymede our next like population hub. So we'll put maintenance supplies, fuel, so they can refuel out near Jupiter. How far out is Jupiter? Well, actually, no, we won't bother doing that because Jupiter's not that far out. We probably do want to do something up by Neptune way. Do we have any... We don't really have any colonies up by Neptune, do we? What have you got? Neptune. You got a reasonable... Oh yeah, we've got Triton. Why can't I see Triton here? Is it just really far in? Oh god. No. Oh, there it is. Oh, green circle. Just blended in, I guess. Okay, so Triton's going to be a colony as well. We should probably ship some stuff out there. So what I'm thinking is we need a fuel depot. I mean, some of these are fairly close to Earth, like this. What's that? 2 billion. It's not that far. But if we're in a rush to deploy, them having to travel 4 billion kilometers versus them having to potentially travel 500 million is time saved. And yeah, I think we could actually put oh, here's a thought. We could actually put deep space. I'm going to write this down. We're probably not going to do it right now, but deep space population center for refuel / repair nearby. If I could spell. Nearby jump gates. So all I'm thinking is a small space station that would be in a good position to allow our ships to dock, overhaul, maintain, refuel, resupply. We send a bunch of ammo and stuff there as well. Not, like I said, not for today, but we'll do that. I've written that down. It's on the list. Fuel tank deliveries. Okay, so we'll not do that just yet. Same for maintenance. Move the terraformer fleet to Europa. We can do that. Terraformers. You guys, because I think we finished Mercury, so let's do Europa next. We should probably also tell it to do something at Europa once it gets there, so it's not wasting any valuable time. We always want to put 0.1 atmospheres of oxygen. So to begin with, let's do that. Assign 10 Atlas fighters to the carrier class design. We can do that. We can get all these things out of the way, and then we can start carrying on with this this project here. We're going to go in wide view for that. Yeah. Ordnance and fighters, and we want Atlas. And we want 10. 10 Atlas, 201 tons. If we potentially, in the future, when we've got better engine tech, we'll be able to make this design smaller. So we'll be able to fit more than 10 on the ship. We could also fit 10 of these and 10 of something else. Well, maybe not 10, but like a few other different utility ships, like a survey, like a small survey craft or something like that. Something fast and tiny and hard to detect by local aliens. So they're now in this strike group. Research primary fire control, yes. So on our carrier, we do have one critical piece of tech that we do not currently have. And I believe it's in sensors and control. It's this fucker. Primary flight control acts as a center for controlling fighter operations in a carrier. We need that. Required for the commander air group position. Minimum rank for the ship command is lowest racial rank +1. So you're currently doing that. That's going to be done in 11 months. I can deal with that. Let's queue this next one up then. You're doing main engineering. You're going to be done later this year. You've got lower number and lower labs, but remove a lab from you. Add a lab to you. Probably finish this a little bit quicker. Oh, January, that's great. Okay. Maximum engine size, sure, we can pump that up. Oh, in fact, let's pump up terraforming. Oh no, we can't. Particle beam range. That knocks a year off that, so that's better. Okay. Right. Main engineering guy. Fire control range. We do also want electronic hardening, electronic warfare. We probably want fire control range first. What else have we got here? Power propulsion, maximum engine size, pebble reactor, fuel, they're all coming in. They're going to take a while to do though. Could do with some more labs for you. I think we were just shy on Macassium, weren't we? But we are getting Macassium in now from Eris. In 323 a year. We're not getting any of that from Venus, though, are we? No. Europa, Mercury, no. Okay, so we're getting some in, so I'm willing to invest some in the research facilities now. We can build like 7 maybe. I'll just build 5 for now. I don't want to use it all. We also want to build. We've got 801. I'm going to build 1 more. We're going to ship 2. 1 to Mercury, 1 to Europa. Right, so what's next on our list? Primary fire control, we did that. Can't add primary fire control. We can add an auxiliary control. So the auxiliary control adds an extra commander to our ship. And it helps with, it applies the full bonus to crew training. So our crews will be trained faster. I think that's how it works. So we'll see. We may end up adding... Yeah, we'll probably... We could add some weapons to this, some defensive point defense. What's next? Increased deployment time. Yeah, we don't want 3-month deployment time. We want this to be... I mean, if it's going constantly, it's only going to run for a year anyway, so we'll do 12 months. We could make it longer and have a tanker following it behind, so it can refuel. We could also put more fuel on it. I think we only put one on because of the weight, didn't we? Let's go with that and see how that works. That's the end of my list, so I just need to add to the primary fire control when that research is done. Fuel tanker maintenance deliveries and constructions over to there, which we can do that now. So let's go into our ships. We want a cargo ship that's not currently doing anything, which I think they all are at the minute, but it's okay. You're going to Mars, you're going to Europa. Where we sent the terraformers to Europa, didn't we? So this person temporarily stop what you're doing. Well, remove that last order and stop cycling moves, and then tell me when you've done. Azalea is orbiting Europa now. Great. Beetle's stranded, so we're just going to refuel from that when we get to it. Orders completed. Infrastructure Earth Europa. So temporarily, can you guys do me a solid? Go to Earth. Load. Now we have 4 ships in this group, don't we? Okay, load 4 construction factories. Then go to Mercury, unload 2. Then go to Europa, unload all installations. Then go back to Earth. And then tell me you've done that. Atmosphere of Europa, oxygen. Okay, that was quick. That was very quick. How big is Europa? Europa's fairly small, I think, isn't it? Excuse me. I mean, it's not tiny. How big is the moon? Okay, it's the same size. Okay, it's the same size as the moon. So yeah, it's gonna be quite quick to terraform. But also, I mean, straight away, we've stopped delivering infrastructure to Europa. We've just added a bunch of oxygen to it, which has probably reduced the colony cost a little bit. So let's do... Oh no, it won't reduce the colony cost at all, so we haven't got it breathable yet. But if we add in... What's the temperature like? Minimum temperature minus... Okay, so we've got to add a lot of Artesium. Let's add a whole unit of Artesium, please. More beetles, beautiful. You guys need to go in a fleet. I forget what we built these for. I think it was just to have them, because we didn't have any. Go to Earth, load installations. This song is very loud. Apologies. Well, not apologies, it was a good song. Let's move. Let's move our financial center to Luna, because Luna's currently got a bunch of pops that really aren't doing anything. Yeah, basically everyone who's included in manufacturing, which does include finance workers, are currently just doing nothing. So we'll give them jobs. They also probably could do with a few more police, but when we build our navy, we'll end up reducing the unrest anyway. Because we can snipe them from space. Load financial centers. Go to Luna, unload all installations. Refuel, resupply. Just loop that for now, please. And tell me when you've run out. Pickup failed. That was incredibly quick. Oh man, I suppose they are only small. We can make a shitload more of these. Let's make 400. And let's change this to, because we robbed 4, didn't we? And we want to get up to, back up to where we're at 800, just a nice and round number. Fuel exhausted. That's fine. Just going to have to do this until the until March. Okay. Let's knock that down to 90. Let's move this to 10. Is that just not doing it or what? Oh no, you've built one. Hello, Oscar Bear. What do you want? There's no food, I promise. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that. Let's turn their orders off for a second. Research into CIC's done. Research into primary flight control begins. Okay, so we've got construction capability now on Mercury and on Europa. Oh yeah, we need to turn this over to Mercury. So on Europa then, let's build some shit. Let's build some mines. These are manned mines we're doing here, isn't it? Yes. So we want to build, I don't know, 1,000 mines. It's going to take you a fucking long time. Wow. Mercury, you also, I want you to build 1,000 mines, please. These are also manned mines. Oh, you've already got 143. Okay, well, I suppose we'll be a little bit over. Let's also build 1,000 mines. Is that just the last day that the game will play? 3rd of May. 3rd of May, $29.99. That's how long we've got to play. Sufficient fuel. Main engineering's done. Fire control's up next. do we not have someone to give? Oh, yeah. Okay, they didn't have a huge amount of labs, did they? Okay, well, primary flight controls is going to complete a little bit faster now. That's great. We could probably turn their orders back on next time it stops. There it is. You please go to Earth, load financial centers. You've made 86 so far. That's fantastic. Go to Luna, unload all installations, go to Earth, loop. That's great. You're currently waiting to refuel, I think. But you are stuck somehow. I think because we need to stop this ship. So you need to stop doing things right now. So let's just remove your orders and you just fucking stop there. And let's turn this off. And then if we go here... No? Thank you. Oh, yeah, okay. So the tanker needed to have the orders put back on. 29, refuel stationary fleet. Then I want you to go to the Neptune fuel depot, refuel stationary fleet, go to Earth. No, go to Ganymede. Oh no, we said we weren't going to do that. We said we weren't going to do that. We were going to send it to Triton, I believe. Which we haven't got anything on yet, so we'll just send it to Earth for now. Unload, transfer fuel to colony, loop. So you're back doing your thing. You should now have fuel. You do. I want you to go to Earth, refuel, and then I want you to join the Eris Auto Mining Group, please. Where are you? Join. Okay. How are we doing on that? Mining Earth. Okay, we've still got 135 mines to move to Eris. Eris is just a long way away. So Eris is here. How far is that? 8 billion kilometers from Earth, so it's taking time to get there. We should probably upgrade these freighters. These freighters have been in production for nearly 50 years. Got conventional armor on. They weigh a shitload. Should we upgrade that? I think we should. Let's quickly create a new cargo ship. Copy class. This we'll keep the Beetle name, but it will be called the 2072 Beetle. Let's update the armor. So keep an eye on that weight. 29327. Okay, didn't drop that, but it dropped 1,000 tons. It's not insignificant. They've got a good range. They just need a better engine because they're using the first trans-Newtonian engine we ever built. Do we have any good non-prototype engines? That's a fighter engine. That's teensy. I just want to have a laugh. See how. Yeah, it's not going to move very far. The Veil 4, which is the cargo. No, sorry, the engine for the carrier. We need to rename that as well. It's no longer the Veil 4, it's the Lancashire. We've got this Pertinax commercial nuclear engine. We're still working on an engine, aren't we? Or we were. We were, but we are not anymore. Why are we not working on an engine anymore? Working on pebble bed reactor. Am I blind? Oh, we must be working with the current engine tech then. So let's design a new engine. Engine, nuclear thermal engine. How big was their old engine? This was the nuclear radial stops. This was... Show me the size, please. Where am I? Size 2,000 tons. This was a size 40 engine. 40. I think I can just type 4, but no, maybe not. So 60 engine, so we can go up in size now. And we dropped 1,000 tons, so we can afford to add a bigger engine and keep it in the same shipyard. We will have to retool the shipyard, but okay, this is much more expensive in terms of gallicite. This one costs 9, this one's going to cost 240. Although we are going to reduce the engine power. So the old one had 60 power. This one's going to have double that. So it's going to go from 105 kilometers to 200-ish. And be a lot more fuel efficient. 2.9 litres fuel use per hour. How did we get to... Surely this should be more efficient. Oh no, so yeah, it does use more fuel per hour, but it uses less per engine power hour. Okay. This is also the 2072 Pertinax commercial nuclear thermal engine, so I think that's fine. We don't need thermal reduction for this. It doesn't matter how big these appear on radar. It just costs more to make it look smaller, so let's prototype that. Pertinax, let's remove this, let's add this. So it's gone up to 195 from 102, so it's nearly doubled in speed. It's almost exactly the same size, it's about 100 tons heavier. But it can go further as well. Commercial, freighter. Now, we could also upgrade this to just using a cargo. No, that's what cargo standard, rather than 5 smalls. And transfer cargo, we also need a shuttle bay. How big is that? 500 tons? We could actually add 2 shuttle bays, so it doubles the speed at which it can load and unload. and we're still within our 30. I think that's the shipyard limit for these guys. 30, yeah. So we can do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's research this. And while we are here, we should probably also update the colony ship for the same reason. So let's clone this. Rename it. 2072 Andromeda. You're going to use the new Perdinax engine. You're going to get updated armor. You're going to not have 5 of the conventionals. You're going to have an extra shuttle bay, and you're going to have a standard cryogenic transport. What's the difference between that and that then? Oh, it's twice the size. Well, half. This is half the size. This is a trans-Newtonian version. This is the basic version. So we can actually fit 10 on here instead of just 5. So instead of transporting 50,000 colonists, we can now transport 100,000 for the same size, almost. Maybe we take off that extra shuttle bay. How big is this beetle? Take off that shuttle bay there, then they'll be virtually the same. And we'll retool to the Andromeda. Research this, please. Are you already researching? You must already be researching. Yeah, we'll tool the shipyard to the Andromeda so that it can carry on building both colony ships and freighters. Why does my thing say go live? I am live. I think. Yeah, I'm live. What is it doing? Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Choo. Let's see. We need to research that engine. Now that engine should not be very expensive. 73. You know what? I'm going to take 1 lab off you. And I'm going to give it to this person. I'm going to say, do that for me. And do it for me in... You've got 2 months, or I take your legs. He's doing it. He knows the score. Okay. Zoom in so we don't have all this all cluttered on one screen. 4 inactive research facilities. You know what? I'm feeling generous. I will... Oh. For some reason it assigned all the labs to him anyway. Okay, cool. Oh, because we finished a research, didn't we? Yeah, we finished... No, we didn't finish a research. Somebody retired. Terraforming rate. I did not give you permission to retire, sir. Just go with the best labs, and we will then queue this one. You can have new labs when they become available. So can you. I need to check actually if this is hurting our wealth or making it better. We've got a lot of wealth. And I don't think it matters where you're producing stuff, because you're producing it for the whole empire. So just moving it to Luna just means there's people with jobs on Luna and more people with jobs on Earth eventually, because we're going to need a lot more shipyards down the line. We're also going to need more production. We're going to need to do a bunch of other stuff. So not having them work on finance means that they're free to do other things. Luna. Oh, cramp in my foot. Diabito. Right. Alright, so you're going to go to Earth. You're then going to load. We should move our research facilities over to Ganymede, but Ganymede's not populated enough yet. Let's command infrastructure. We could go to Luna and take their infrastructure, which we've already done. Take a bunch of mines over to Europa. In fact, no. Tell you what we'll do. Remove last. We'll take a couple more construction from here. We've got 5. So I want you to go to Earth, load construction factory. Go to Mercury. Unload all installations, go to Earth, load construction factory, go to not Mercury, Europa, unload all installations, go to Earth, refuel, resupply. I want you to do that. 2, 4, 8. Eight times. That should be 40. So each one should have 42 by the time they're done with that. New engines ready. So our shipyards, you guys finally get to do a retool. In fact, can we just build them? No, we have to retool. And we're going to retool to the 2072 Andromeda. And we're going to select this, and then we're going to retool to the 2072 Andromeda. That's only going to take 10 months, something like that. Ganymede's. Did I add a whole unit of oxygen instead of Artesium? That's upsetting. Oh no, Ganymede's doing their own thing. Ganymede's got a terraforming installation on it, that's why. Oh, fucking hell, how long have you been doing that? Okay, well, I guess you're going to add, because Ganymede is also cold, we're going to add 1 whole atmosphere of Artesium. How's Europa doing on that? They're nearly done. Go on, Ganymede. I thought it was a bit weird. Particle beam range guy retired. Particle beam range. Okay, well, we don't need particle beams, so we'll finish that research because it's nearly done, so we might as well. And then Oh, spider mount advanced. 1 energy from a ship. Okay, so it means we can fit a bigger thing. I'm actually gonna change power propulsion. Gonna drop some labs off. My control range. When you're done, we'll just reassign you. Europa's done terraforming. Beautiful. Wait, what? Did they run out of fuel on the way back from saving that guy? They did. That's funny. Okay. Gonna have to re-rescue you guys. Okay, stop doing that. Remove that. Go to fleets. Go to... Go to Jupiter, refuel. Go to Neptune. No, don't refuel the fleet there. Go to Jupiter. Refuel from stationary tankers. Go to Neptune. Refuel from stationary tankers. Then go to this ship. Where is it? TK03. Join. And then when you get there, just tell me. Oh, thingy finished its terraform as well, didn't it? So you are now breathable. So also the population is going to have exploded now. Well, population capacity will have exploded. It's gone up to 46 million. What else do you need? So one atmosphere of Tesium was enough to bring that up from like minus 180 something. So let's go with 1.3 of a Tesium. Not ammonia. Don't add ammonia. Jesus Christ. Ice sheet melted. It's increased the temperature dramatically. Okay, we don't need to have 1.3. That's going to be way too much. Europa. Environment. 1.2. 1.15. Particle beam range is done. Okay, cool. So now we want to go into power production. We want we do want the nuclear pulse engine. We actually want this tech. One, because it's very cheap. But two, because it's going to be good for fighters. We can make more faster fighters, so smaller engines. Power plant boost, no. Once you've done that, come talk to me, and we'll do 1.5. go to Earth, refuel at Earth. Just do that. You can't do that because you're full. Oh, because I picked the wrong ship, dumbass. Refuel own fleet tankers. No auto refuel. And then for you, you've already got a minimum ship fuel, I think. So you shouldn't go less than like 4% or whatever we say to. Pearl has run out of fuel as well. What is going on? What's the Pearl doing? Oh, the Pearl is the tanker. Okay. I get you. Pearl 2. Fuel Neptune to Earth. Refuel stationary fleet. Okay, so you're good now, right? I think you should be able to make it back to Earth from there. Yeah, because the other one's going to Neptune, and that's the same size, and you're more than halfway back. So you should be good now. So you please go to Earth, refuel. No. Transfer fuel to colony, and then I want you to go back and pick up the fuel from Neptune Fuel Depot, because that's who you are. Refuel from stationary tankers, and then you need to rename fuel. I think this was Jupiter to Earth. So you're gonna go to Earth, you're gonna refuel, you're gonna transfer fuel to colony, and you'll tell me when you're done. Sorry, I just sneezed a rib loose. Don't mind me. Okay. Alright. You've completed orders. Beautiful. So you now, I want you to go cycle moves. Go to Jupiter. Refuel from stationary tankers. Go to Earth. Transfer fuel to colony, and I just want you to loop that again forever. Hopefully we won't need to do that again. We could also build another tanker just to do rescue runs like that. Might be worth it. Just have it sat somewhere. Europa's Artesium has reached acquired level. Beautiful. Europa environment. That temperature, sure, it's cold, but it's within livable, and your colony cost is 0 because you already have a ton of water. Oh yeah, because they had the ice sheet, didn't they? Okay, cool. Right, so in that case, we'll send the terraformers to Ganymede. Might as well terraform Ganymede while we're out there. We'll do Ganymede, Io, Callisto. Don't see why not. Movement orders. Go to Ganymede, please, and assist in the local terraforming project. The retooling is done of the freighters. Can we refit this time? We can. So what's the difference between auto refit and refit? Yes, my love.
Is your camera on?
Yes.
I will hug the wall. Don't worry about the reflection.
There's no reflection except the reflection on my forehead. Slash 5 head. Neither of which are on the camera. Just so you know. I know reflections exist and they are a thing. Hello. I'll turn my forehead away so it doesn't reflect.
You're a dick.
I am a dick, my dear, but I am your dick. And you lost the receipt, so serves you right. Beetle to the 2072 Beetle. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. Let's look it up. Refit. 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 Refit tasks. Okay. Does that mean I can build some of the old ones from here? Can. Now, I believe I have... Okay, so we... Okay. Okay, so the old... The Andromedas... I can't build the old Andromedas, but I can build the new Andromedas. For some reason I can build the old Beetles, but we're going to obsolete them shortly anyway. I still don't know what the difference between refit and auto refit is. Should we see if we can auto refit? Nope. It's exactly the same as refit task, except for one difference. When the task is finished, the shipyard will automatically start a new refit task using the same target class. The auto refit class A to B. When the task is finished, the shipyard will check for another class A in the same location to refit. If one is found, the shipyard will automatically create the task. Can refit files in shipyard. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one I use. I can do them in batches, or I can send all of my beetles back to Earth to be refit. We should have renamed the beetle to the scarab, but we'll do that on the next one. We've just set a new engine to research anyway. So, okay. Hello. Oh, there is a dog. I see. Fire control range. You're done. So, fire control range was a sensor. Okay. I think we should probably do. We need to do more stuff in direct fire weapons. No, we don't. Well, we kind of do. So we need better railguns. I think this doubles it. It's currently 10,000. This doubles it to 20. So that's worth doing. And then when that one's done, we do need to do the Gauss cannon tech because we can't build Gauss cannons at the minute. Gauss cannon, rate of fire. And then 10 when you've done that. The remaining 2 we will put into. No one can take a lab, so we'll do. We should do that one. And we'll set that to assign new. Okay, ship refit done. We should probably set that to a color. Let's set that to yellow with a dark brown. Okay, so ship's refit. Oh, I didn't know that if you move the screen it fixes it. Overhaul clock, we don't really care about that, so let's get rid of that. Hide. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So our new beetles, these bad boys. Nope. These bad boys. I think you are currently moving things. Yeah, you were moving these to Luna temporarily, weren't you? Well, not temporarily, they're going to stay there. Unload all installations, and then go to Earth, and then just do that. Let's just I think it's probably picked up that there's more ships. Yeah, there's 3 more ships being retrofit right now. I've already finished moving those financial centers. How's the financial centers doing? Oh yeah, we're just blowing it up. Probably should not say blowing up the financial centers on YouTube. That might get me cancelled. Well, it's all good. Because Luna actually has a... Earth had a 40%, but Luna's got a 30% wealth creation, guys, so that's fine. So it would have been better leaving them on Earth, but it's fine. I do want to specialise my planets a little bit. Okay, so you're kind of done with that. That's fine. Why do I have 50 geological survey sensors? Oh, because I scrapped the ships and you just... Okay, fair enough. Load... We could load infrastructure and we can go to Titan. Oh, Triton, sorry. Unload all installations. Go to Earth, refuel, and just do that for a little bit. Europa looks like it's reached more than 10 million pops. It has, so it needs some police. Let's move the police. Baltimore, you're one of... You probably won't need a refit, actually. Go to Earth. Load a 5th Battalion of Space Police, please. Go to Europa. Unload ground units. Go back to Earth. In fact, if you not... Yeah, you don't have anything on board at the minute. Load the 6th unit. Luna's getting a bit rowdy. Then go back to Earth. Maximum engine power modifier is done. Mining production. Let's get going on that. And we should probably also build some more of those. Space police. Terraforming rate guy died. Well, retired. Terraforming. Ooh, 11 labs. Ooh. 11 labs in this is actually insane. We can definitely get some of this done real quick. We don't need that right now, but we will need that in the future. That, I'm not too bothered if it takes a couple of extra years. Tracking time. $5 years, yeah, that's fine. That one, we do want that one reasonably quick, please. Terraforming rate, let's just add all of those labs to you. Okay, that's much better. What was it taking before? Okay, it was going to take 20 years. It's now going to take 4. Don't let me down. And now it's going to take still 4, but slightly better. Railgun launch velocity. Let's knock some time off that. Really? Well, that was a nice burst of usefulness, wasn't it? Okay, you have more labs, so you can have that, and then you can have the spare lab that was left over. You can stop them from retiring. You can set them as story characters and they just don't die and don't retire. Unless possibly they end up on a ship that gets blown up. Financial centers completed. We're building construction factories now. We did move a bunch of construction factories. 32. So they're still being moved. It's not going to take 999 years though to finish building these mines. So mining is coming along. We have a big ass stockpile now. Let's set a reserve here. How much are we producing? So let's set a reserve of 1,000, and we will send everything else to Earth. And then we'll do the same here. Holy shit. Oh yeah, because Earth's still sending stuff to you, isn't it? Stop. Stop doing that. You just receive things now. Okay, so Luna's good. Mercury is good. Mars is good. Mars. Mars needs some mines. We can manually send some corundium. Oh no, because we might as well just send the mines because they don't have production facilities on Mars either. I need to rename some of these as well. You are currently doing infrastructure to Triton. How is that situation going? Not great. 40 infrastructure. Oh yeah, because there's 4 ships and each ship can hold 10 infrastructure. Okay. Beetles, what are you doing? You're nearly done with the construction things. That's great. You're still on your way to join Eris? What on earth are you doing? Just go to Earth and refuel. Jesus Christ. Fucking idiot. Right, we missed some stuff there. What did we miss? Tracking time bonus versus missiles. So we got 30 seconds of tracking time to get a 6% bonus. Research rate could do with going up. Construction rate. Fighter production rate, given how we are going to be producing fighters, is probably worth putting some points in that. And then probably queue up ship production rate. Although ship production rate can probably wait, so it can be for you, and you can then do research. Stop dying. Stop retiring. You're not allowed. You're banned. Because every time you retire, you make me go in here and do things. Add to queue. No. Create project. And then you... We're then going to do research rate. And then you can just have the spare lab. Primary flight controls coming in next year. Beetle 29 has completed orders. Okay, great, fantastic. Beetle 29, move. Let's just overhaul it. Shipyard task, shipyards, auto refit, this to this. Ship selected, cool. Are we moving our colony ships anywhere yet? Yeah, they've just got standing orders, haven't they? Let's create a template. Ship colonists. Let's delete all these, and then we'll tell you to go to Earth when you've done that. Beetle 46. What did you just do? You just did the construction factories. Okay. Go to Earth. You guys also need refitting. Primary flight controller is done, so we can put that on our carrier now. We should probably also do this. This would also be worthwhile. Okay, let's do 15 labs. You're going to die the second I put anything on you, aren't you? Because you're a prick and I hate you. Right, let's go to our carrier class. The Lancashire. To rename this tech. I think we're probably going to do a new, because we're not doing this. Why are we not doing this? Surely we were doing this. Oh, we just haven't clicked research yet. Okay, we'll probably build a different engine for this. What did we just do? Primary flight control. So now we have a PFC, and we probably also want main engineering. Flag bridge. iBoob. This ship is iBoob tons. Forums, not forums. Wiki. Flag bridge. The role of a flag bridge. Bet you guys can't see that screen. The role of the flag bridge is changing for 2.6. Previously, an officer assigned to a flag bridge added a reaction bonus to the fleet under his command. To assist, the flag bridge can instead host a naval admin command. Okay, so you can create mobile admin commands, which means that you can pass on the bonuses from the commander to a local fleet, I think. Can be signed, same flag bridge, yeah, sure. Only affecting the same system, yeah. Okay, cool. Right. What's left to do here? I think just the engine. Let's see if we can build a better engine now. We've got a slightly better thing for it, because we could only build the 440 size engine here, which is not very quick. This one. Engines. And this is going to be the 2077 Lancashire. We want to change the engine power and the size. Let's make it as big as possible, because we could have a commercial engine. But that will yeah, no, I think we were 100% power before, weren't we? And size 40, 256, okay. So going from a size 40 to a size 60 adds 1,000 tons, but it also adds 128 engine power. We can increase that further. It does increase the fuel consumption though. Let's just prototype this one for now. So we're currently 44.4 billion kilometers at 710. This is moving at 1,000 at 57.8. So we are substantially faster and more fuel efficient, which means we could take a fuel off this. I think 30 billion kilometers is probably fine. Doesn't really change the weight that much though. It does add, it adds 1,000. I don't think it's better have the fuel, not need it. We also need a jump drive. Do we need a jump drive? Right now, no, because we're only interested in securing Sol. It's not going to be out for a long time. think that's probably enough. This is very high. I don't like this, but it's not going to be out for a year. Got to think about this. It's probably going to be out for a couple of months. The IFR, I think, is the incremental. That's the word. Incremental failure rate, which is every 5 days it has this % chance for something to fail. What's the size of our shipyard? 20,000. So we're actually within where we wanted to be. And we have got quite large sensors as well. Like these, this is 1,000 tons, that's 2,500, 1,000, that's 250, that's alright. That's tiny sensor. I'm not sure I understand the sensors though. Design tech. We gained better tech since then. Because I think we were using conventional here. What is this? Tiny active search sensor. Size 250. It's a size 5 engine. A size 5 sensor. Probably sensitivity 5. $3,000 tons. Yeah, 15 million kilometers, 15 million kilometers. Yeah, so this is what we had before. So we've gained a trans-Newtonian tech, which means our range on that for the exact same size is much bigger. So we can probably afford to make this smaller, which means we can probably afford to make the other things smaller as well. Sensor size 5. $3,000 object or larger. So we could also keep it the same size and detect smaller objects for the same range. So our range was there, so we could detect a 250-ton object. But our 1,000-ton range is like doesn't make any sense. But we do also have multiple sensors on there. We have a missile search sensor, we have a tiny active search sensor. So let's make a small sensor. Well, a tiny resolution sensor. What if we made this really big? We could detect a missile at 28 million. What's our current missile search sensor? 1.1. Wow. Is that with this? Size 50. Yeah, so 12.6 kilometers. Yeah. So if we change this to active grav, we can now detect missiles. Same tech, but we can now detect. Same size. We can now detect them at 30.31 million versus 12. Or we can make this smaller, which I actually quite like the sound of making this smaller. Because I do want to fit a jump drive on this. I don't think we're going to be able to, but let's set size 5. Because that's going to save us 2,250 tons. This is the missile 2077 Lancashire missile active search sensor. So let's prototype that. Let's do resolution 1000. What's our current active search sensor size? Is 250. And we're currently detecting 3,000 ton objects. So yeah, we can reduce this to, if we're going for 15.6 million. Could do 200 tons. We're probably going to see those. If we say we want to see a 2,000 ton ship, $20 million kilometers away. Size 2, that's 100 tons. Active search sensor, prototype that. And then let's just make a really big one. Well, a really big. So if we see any like enemy big ships. So let's say 10,000 tons. Because we've saved a bit of room there, so we can probably do 150 comfortably. Prototype that. And then we want a EM sensor. I don't think we did. How big was our EM sensor? 1,000 tons. Size 20. I don't think we've got any better tech. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so we go from 25 to 27.3. We say a size 100 and we want to go, size 100 is 20. It's near enough, isn't it? I think, actually, do we need EM sensors and thermal sensors? Thermal sensors, I think, are mostly going to be for no, we do. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we've halved the size of this one, so that's going to be 500. So let's prototype that. And then we want probably a similar size 10 thermal sensor. Hello, my love.
If you want to see the saddest thing you've ever seen, go and have a look at a bear.
Okay.
He's doing the serious sad thing.
Un momento. I've returned. The dog was being adorable, as always. Thermal sensors. Let's prototype that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Can I obsolete that? Where the hell sensors? There they are. So this one. Okay, I don't know what that did by doing that, but we want obsolete that one. Obsolete that one. Get rid of all of these. And then we'll add these 3 on. Oh yeah, because we made a 2,000 ton and a range versus 50 ton, didn't we? No. A 2,000 ton and a 10,000 ton. Okay. But that's 150 and 100 and a 250 instead of a 250 and a 2,500 and a 2,500. Why do we have 2 super duper large? Yeah, it's fine. So we managed to save some weight there, so we will be able to fit a jump drive on this then after all. Let's get rid of the obsolete text there. We don't want this one anymore, so we can obsolete that one. We also want the... We don't want this. And we want the thermal. We could potentially put more hanger decks on with the weight we've saved. Let's see if we can get a jump drive in. Let's design a jump drive. Engines. And we are in a military engine, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So we want a military jump drive. And we want a military jump drive of 20,000 tons. Oh, son of a bitch. Spot on my face. And this is going to be the 2077 Lancashire military jump drive. I'm calling these things by the names of the ship, by the way, because they're only going to be used by the ship. They might be used by other things as well, but in general, they're only going to be used by the ship. Okay, so we have 2,500-ish tons left to work with. So we could add a bunch of engineering spaces. Get that annual failure rate down. Could also add 2 more hangars. That gives us another 2 of these. 3 of these. 4 of these. Oh! Because we had enough extra capacity left over. Okay, so we can have 14 fighters now. So our speed is just less than 1,000. I think we were at 7 something before, 740 maybe. I'm quietly quite happy about this. This needs to be obsoleted. Okay, so I'm gonna queue these up to research. The fighter itself, I think, is done. We just need to build them. I don't know if these are going to work. I hope they will. Oh, I found out what these were, by the way. So if I take this and put your bands again. So this is in distances of 1,000. So 1 kilometer. What is its chance to hit? And can it hit? So in this, so this is like, this is at like 1,000 kilometers. This is 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. If I change this to 1,001, this last one's not going to be able to reach because this only has a range of 10,000. So if I change this back, and if we have it set as 10,000, this means it can hit something at this range, at its lowest range, but it's got a 0% chance to hit. So this is going to be quite a short range fighter. So to solve that, we need to up the range on the railgun. We also probably need to up the range on the fire control. What fire control techs have we unlocked since we did this? Direct fire control. What was this one? So before, the max range was 10,000, which was this single, maybe? Why was it 10,000? Oh, because we reduced the range, didn't we? Yeah, because we made it smaller to fit on the ship. So this was a 25 ton. And the tracking speed. Why is the tracking speed 5,000? Okay, so this must have been that. And then this must have been reduced. So this was 25 tons. So we had it set to that. And now we can actually go up to this. So this is going to increase that to 16,000 tons. 16,000 kilometers. Rather than 10,000. Our gun can still only fire at 10,000. But this should give it a higher chance to hit in theory, I think. So this is the 2059. And we decided this was going to be the Hurricane Fire Control. So this is still 25. Probably make it a touch bigger. Because we've got 50 tons to play with. 20 tons to play with. So we could go from 25 to 45. But that does increase, it does double the crew. So let's go to... Highest we can go on the same crew is that. So we can go to 3. See, this adds 10 tons there, but it will also add in 2 of these, which is 2 tons each, so it should be okay. So let's. This is the 2077 Hurricane, and then we could probably. I don't think we got any new railgun tech, did we? Oh yeah, we got the 20,000 velocity, single shot. Was this 4-shot? Yeah, it was single shot. Did it require more power though? No. And now look at these numbers now. So I've got 96% chance to hit, 91, 87. So these are much nicer numbers to deal with. Rather than 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. So we can keep them at a quite a longer range. I set this to 10,000. What does that go? So now instead of having a 1% chance to hit, it's a 55% chance to hit there if they're at 10,000 range. Probably won't be. They'll probably be substantially closer. Do we need to do anything in here? They don't need ordnance because they've not got they've not got missiles or anything, so that's fine. I think that's much better. That's a much better ship design for the fighter. We should probably rename this 377. So even though it started in 2059, it's got an outdated reactor. How big is the reactor? 12 tons. It's not worth redoing that for that. Okay. Good to go. So we're not bothered about the fire control speed rate anymore. Well, we are. We do want that. We just don't want it right now. Gauze cannon. I do want some gauze cannons on the carrier. How much room have we got on the carrier? Not much. Okay, the carrier won't have any guns. It's fine. I think once they're done, we'll build the carrier, we'll build the fighters, and we're doing pretty sweet then. Beagle 46 has completed orders. What were you doing? It's been such a long time. You're moving the construction factories. Okay. I think you need overhauling as well, so let's overhaul you. Although they're still doing, so you won't actually be able to do that just yet. You were nearly done as well. Well, you were halfway. And then you, and then good to go. Jesus Christ. Goals cannon launch velocity. Sure. We'll just queue that up. Right, so you guys were moving spaceports. I think we're done with moving spaceports now, aren't we? Yeah. You do need to move some cargo shuttle stations though. Because I don't think everybody's got them. Luna has one. Mercury does not. Mars does. Europa doesn't. Okay, so pretty much everyone needs those. So load. Go to Earth. Bruh. Go to Earth. Load installation. Cargo shuttle. Go to Mercury. Unload. I can do this all in one. Mars had one, didn't it? Yeah, so it's Mercury, Europa, Ganymede, Io, and Callisto. Because it's a full suite of all the other colonies that we've currently got pops on. So I want you to do that twice, 4 times, 8 times, so that everybody has one. That's going to take you 5,000 days. I'll keep you busy for a little bit. How's the fuel situation you on Earth? Fairly good, I would say. Could be better, could be worse. How's the fuel situation doing on our Saurian mines? In Sol, please. So Venus is solid Saurian. These guys. Saturn's probably going to run out reasonably soon. But then Saturn can just move their ships to Jupiter and be good. It's fine. No more infrastructure on Earth. Okay. Why not? Guess we moved it. Okay, so what were you doing? You were Earth, Mars, infrastructure. Earth, Mars, infrastructure, standing orders. Right, so just remove all. Go to Earth and just wait for your refit, please. Let's add a slipway to this. Probably want better engines. Let's rush engines, I guess. When we get these labs back, we'll push some tech. Gauss cannons. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Get back on that, please. Beetles are just going to keep. It'll fail. I thought I told all you guys to stop. Earth Europa. Oh, maybe not you, because you were a bit higher up the list. So the Beetles are refitting a lot quicker than the colony ships. Mind you, the colony ships did have a lot more to change. I wonder if it's just cheaper to build new colony ships. I mean, they're nearly done. How many colony ships have we got? Okay. 3 more rounds of refits. And then we're adding another slip yard, so should be fine. This terraforming tech is cursed, man. never gonna get the next terraforming tier. To be fair, we have gone quite well on that. What do we want? We've got 2 labs spare. We could probably. That's not gonna make a difference. Let's sort this by date. It's really the only one that's gonna make any difference. Let's add this. Yeah, it's not gonna make any difference at all. Hey, terraforming of Artesium on Ganymede has reached the required levels. Beautiful. Ganymede. Artesium. So we've got breathable atmosphere. Our temperature is still pretty high, and we have enough water already. So we just need to increase the atmosphere a little bit. Sorry, the temperature a little bit more. So 1 atmosphere wasn't enough. Let's do 1.2. Might not need 1.2, but we'll see. Gauss cannon launch velocity. Oh, okay, so that was the first Gauss cannon launch velocity tech. I think we need rate of fire before we can design a Gauss cannon. Gauss cannon. Yeah, we need rate of fire. So let's do that one next. You have to choose a guy to do that. That would work. Mining production. And then, if you will be so kind as to do. I think we were doing shipbuilding after that, weren't we? That's just freed up 12 labs. Fortunately, no one can take any more labs, so I guess we will just see what we can do. We could go for some lighter armor. Let's go for cloaking theory. Add a cloaked. Yeah, let's add cloaking theory in. And thermal signature reduction. Let's get the gaseous fission reactor. Then we can grab that next new engine after that. I don't know what's after that. Is it ions? Okay, so has that queued up 2 more? It hasn't. So we can queue up another. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want to add a new slitware to you. Auto refit the Beetle. Nope, the 2024 Beetle to the 2072. So now we can do 2 Beetles at a time. That'll speed things up dramatically because we have a lot of beetles. Maximum engine power 1.5. Okay. I need to see what our current fire is, because we've just unlocked. Well, we will potentially unlock a new engine in a sec, so it might be worth waiting a little bit. How long do we have to wait for the next engine? 10 years for the next engine. But we have just unlocked a 25% boost to the engine, which means we could in theory make it either 25% smaller or 25% faster, which is many faster. Design tech, engines. What's our current engine? The thermal. And we're at 125 at the minute. Size 350 tons. Oh, we're only on an engine power of 100%, so actually it's a 50% boost. Shit. Does increase the amount of fuel consumption, but we originally only had 1,000 litres. We've added 5 times that now, so it can run for 4 full days. It's never going to run for 4 full days. If we, what's this? The 2080 Hurricane. Let's prototype that. Let's just copy this. Prototypes, take off that engine, add in this one. Holy shit, look at that. Okay, so it adds a little. Why does it add extra crew? Because it does add extra crew. Okay. But we can make it slightly smaller. So this is currently a size 7. So our old engine was 44.8. So size 7. So we're currently 7 tons over. So we drop that down to 6.8. Obsolete this one. Can actually add more fuel, potentially. Select that, get rid of that. And let's make it 1 pip smaller. Okay, so for the same weight, it's got one extra crewman. It can travel 2,000 meters a second, kilometers a second faster. Same annual failure rate. Similar-ish maintenance life. Same, well, slightly more range, but it's using more than double the fuel. Take off one fighter. It's the same range for an extra 8,000 liters of fuel times 14, because there's going to be 14 on the Java. So this would have less range, but only double the fuel. Can cope with that. So let's rename this. So the Atlas 2080. This one is now defunct. This one, we want to research this. I think we are researching this already. No, we're not. Research that, research that. Let's see how we get on. Can't add any armor to it, I don't think. No. And then the Lancashire fighters, let's remove these. I think the Lancashire's basically done, isn't it? Yeah, the Lancashire can be built now, so let's start building it. Why not? Let's go into shipyards. So this is retool. And retool to the Lancashire. Rename. And we want to build to the human navy. We want to build one Lancashire right now. And we also want to go to industry, and we want to go to fighter. We can't build a fighter yet because we haven't researched those techs. What do we need to research? We need to research gun. So you give me 1, 2, you give me yours. You can have 1 lab. We need an engine, which is exactly 100, that's fine. Piss off. What? I didn't give you 3, I gave you 1. 1. There. And then you go. Oh, what was that? Minerals exhausted. Uranium deposits exhausted on Earth. A Tesium atmosphere of Ganymede has reached the required level. So Earth is more or less getting fully mined out now. We can probably remove some of these mines. We do want this corundum though. How's you doing? Yeah, because we're building like 1,000 mines there, so you think you're using more than you are. We're really just sending all the excess to Sol. We sent far too much stuff to Mercury. That's going to take a while to send back. How many mass drivers does Earth have? It says 50 mass drivers. Okay. I guess we're taking a few mass drivers to Mercury. You guys, what are you doing? You're being overhauled. We're done, I think. Yeah, you do me a favor. Go to Earth. Load. Well, go to Earth. Do the thing. Go to Earth. Load a mass driver. Go to Mercury. Unload all installations. Don't cycle moves. Do that 2, 4, 8 times. Shit, I missed that. Tesium on Ganymede. So is Ganymede warm enough now? Nearly. The minimum is still just below where we want it. So let's go Tesium and let's do 1.25. Ganymede. Okay, temperature's done. Water availability. You need the water. So add this to 0.25. Should give you enough. Okay, those mass drivers have been moved to Mercury. We'll move most of them back when we're done. So Mercury can now get rid of all its excess. Give me more slipways. I'm gonna have to go shortly because it's nearly bedtime. Industry. Did we finish? We can build the fighters now. So I want 14 fighters. I want. Just put them in the battle fleet for now. Create. How long is that going to take? That's going to take about a year. That's not bad. Shuttle stations. Naval. did I not build enough shuttle stations? Has Earth now no longer got a shuttle? It does not. Cargo shuttle station. Let's build. I don't want to build 10. Let's just build. Oh, we're going real close to the bone here. Let's build 3. And they are. That's not going to take long at all. The Lancashire has been produced. Dun, dun, dun. You never thought you'd see it. The Lancashire. Okay, so the General Human Navy. Let's create a. Actually, no, we can leave them on. Common. No, let's create an admin. Create an admin. This is the Sol Defense Fleet. You go in there. You are not general, you are naval. Update. We don't need to see you particularly. Don't really see you either at the minute, but we'll leave you open just in case. You. We need to move all of these ships. To the Lancashire. Land on specified mothership and assign. Let's wait until they're all done. Just do it all in one. Honorius Timitor was promoted to Lord Captain. Presuming that so he could command the ship. Okay, the atlases are now built, so let's movement orders, fleets. Go to the Lancashire, please. Land on specified mothership. As a squadron? Oh, we can make squadrons. Okay. Got 14 ships. 2 squadrons of 7, you think? Or just one big squadron of 14? So I'll just have one mega squadron for now. Go to the mothership and assign. All of you. You are all the things that I want to do. You. Oh, that's why. So I have to do that. Okay, so you go and do that. Alright, where are you? Go red squadron and we'll go blue squadron. Classic. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these here. Create subfleet. Blue. Squadron. Okay. So we've got 2 subfleets underneath the Lancashire now. The Lancashire should have... okay, so you've got a executive officer, a chief engineer. You should have... You should also have... unless it's the executive officer. Well, look, you should have a captain, shouldn't you? Commanding officer. Helena. Okay, so you've got a commanding officer. And then you've got these additional officers. Okay. That makes sense. Oh yeah, we only had 1 layer of armor as well, because it's going to be in the back. Well, it's going to be the back. Okay, so we have our first naval ship. That's incredible. What's the range on that? 55 billion. Okay, so we can comfortably, like, we can get out all the way around Seoul. So we can tell it to go to Orcus and come back. So Lancashire movement orders go to Orcus. Do your thing. It's pretty nippy. Let's turn on your sensors. Oh God, turn on the sensors. Hostiles everywhere. Oh my God. Sensor range? Nope. Display. Passives. Okay, your passive sensor is tiny, but it's versus a size 100 versus 10,000. That's much better. What about your active sensor? Do I need to move time forward a second? Oh, your active sensor is even small. Okay. Yeah, your active sensor, the range on that. 44 million. Okay. What is... Yeah, so we're gonna need a lot more than I thought of the deep space tracker things. Oh, we can build a shitload. That's fine. We can actually build 100. What have we currently got? We've got 25. Is that 100 or is that 1,000? 1,000, 10,000. Okay, so we can build 1,000. Okay, so let's knock that from 25 up to 250? Is that mad? I don't think it is. So let's build 225. 225. Create. Okay. And then we'll send the Lancashire back. Turn its active sensors off. Go to Earth. Refuel, resupply. But that means next time we can venture deeper. We can get rid of these borings and send them deeper out into the abyss. And actually maybe find some more nice things to do. Because at the minute, we've literally only found one system, which was 40 Eridani, that has anything of any value in it. I don't think this will have aliens on it. Couple of ground survey locations, but literally there's nothing else there. Gaseous fission reactor. Slacker, search more. Well, I can now, because look at this. Look at this. Look at it. This beautiful little dot here. This dot is our carrier. It is complete. It is built. We've actually improved it. So we've been able to add an extra 4 strike craft to it. We've also increased the strike craft from, if I include obsolete, so the original version could move at 4,481. This one can move at 6,488, so it's 2,000 kilometers a second faster. It's got a slightly lower range because I built a more fuel-hungry engine. It's also carrying more fuel, but it can still do 1.3 billion kilometers, which away from the carrier, it can't even see that far out. Like they can go. This circle is its passive sensors. So they can travel like this far. So they'll just be out of comms range, pretty much, if they go that far. Probably they'll end up in combat sort of around here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we've got our ship. We've got our combat. Also, what does that do to our power projection? Lunar. I can't remember what this was before. I think it just gives us 14. Yeah, because we've got 14 fighter ships, so that makes sense. Because we've got 14 fighter ships in the region, they're providing 14 extra units of defense. Of protection. Let's move them forward. Gaseous fission reactor. That's power propulsion tech. Okay, magnetic mirror fusion reactor is the next one. So let's kick that off. Send them back, and then we'll call it a do there. Orders completed. Orbiting Earth. Let's turn those. Well, let's leave the outer range on. Yes, so we can see how that's progressing. But yeah, let's save that. I'm going to get rid of most of this to-do list. So what did we do? Did that. We did that. We did that. We actually did that a little too well. They're doing that. We didn't do that yet. We did that. Did 14 rather than 10, so we actually made that even better. We did that. Did that. And we did that. So next time we just need to set up a... We kind of talked ourselves out of doing this because the plan was we were going to set up a refueling maintenance bay on Neptune so they don't have to go back to Sol. But if Neptune's in a dodgy place in its orbit, we might actually end up further away. Sorry, not Sol, Earth. We might actually end up further away from Earth. So what I'm thinking is about here, somewhere between Lumen and Luchin Star, we will add in a... Can I do that here? Waypoints. Add a point of interest. Point of interest. So that point of interest there, we're going to put a space station, and we're going to put fuel and maintenance supplies and ammo and probably a small civilian population so we can maybe repair stuff. With possibly a fleet of defensive ships. Maybe I don't know if you can put. You might be able to put hangar bays on a space station. That's a thought. Then you can have fighters protecting it. Okay, that could be interesting. Yeah, so that's something for next time though. Let's add in to-do list. So next time's priority is explore the fucking galaxy. Kill red dots that pop up. Possibly restart game when it all goes tits up. Catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.